Hi there everybody, it's me, and welcome back to this. The past few episodes have been nothing short of a true momentous whirlwind of progress. We've been working on something that we've been calling the Great Upgrade. Today, the Great Upgrade continues with maybe the biggest step, and also probably most likely, unless I'm forgetting something, the final step. Today, we're going to get every single thing that we need to take on the dragon, then we're going to take on the dragon. But we're not going to take on the dragon today. In the last episode, we built a brand new building. This building is already one of my favorite buildings at the base. Today, we might actually continue that trend too. See, making good progress and getting absolutely ripped when it comes to armor and tools, that's great and all, but I also really like building and like expanding the base. It just feels like good when you add a new building to it, so maybe. So definitely to brag, last episode, we got so many phantom membrane, like so much of this stuff that I don't even know what to do with. Throw it around on the ground in the base, I guess, despawn it. Like, we got a lot of phantom membrane. We're doing really good. 45 of this stuff total, and I still haven't slept. I'm actually going to try and continue that no sleep trend so I can use the phantom farm a little bit more. More phantom membrane, that's always good. Phantom membrane is one of the two key ingredients in the potion of slow falling, an amazing must-have potion for the ender dragon. See, at this point, we should be set when it comes to the dragon. It's not really about the armor, the tools, or anything. It's the fact that the potion is so cool. Like, one of my favorite potions in the entire game easily. It's cool. But you see, it's not all membrane. There are two key ingredients to the potion of slow falling. Phantom membrane, check for sure. Netherwart. That's where we start today. I'm pretty sure to brew the potion of slow falling, we're gonna need an awkward potion first, or whatever you call it, okay? I can't remember the exact name. I'm pretty sure it's like an awkward potion or something. You need the netherwart potion first, which needs netherwart. Today's episode, final end prep. If you enjoy it, or if you don't want a sleep paralysis demon to visit you, leave a like. The goal is 7K. To me, potion brewing is pretty much the last mysterious thing about this game. A while ago, the recipe book was added to the crafting table, and crafting recipes for the most part got like really easy. Same with the furnace. I mean, furnaces have always been straightforward, but yeah, the recipe book made it way easier. There is still no potion brewing recipe book, which in itself is really strange. You would think if there's a recipe book for anything, it would definitely be potions, because brewing recipes, it's literally a recipe. But no, there's no potion brewing recipe book at all in the entire game, which is kind of weird. But at the same time, I mean, it's kind of cool. It makes it a little bit trickier to actually brew potions, and yeah, like I said, cool. No matter what though, we need netherwart, and we need a few more blaze rods. So blaze rod, netherwart, both inside of this fortress. Now when it comes to netherwart, pretty sure that we've most definitely already found like all of the netherwart inside of this fortress, but really that's fine. We're practically invincible, not a problem at all. I'll be able to figure it out after this thing can go away. Okay, that's gone, but wither skeleton. I definitely want to get a beacon soon too. This is 100% a sidetrack, but beacon, we want a beacon soon too, which means wither again. Hey, you're really close. What are you doing? No. All right, so we kind of already took care of the gas thing last episode. Or a couple episodes ago now. We took care of the gas thing, but still, you never know. So the big thing that I'm looking around for right now is actually blaze rod. We need blaze rod to brew potion, and we need blaze rod for Eye of Ender. Netherwart. So if you started the series late, this is the room that you're looking for when you're looking for netherwart. It's in this room. It grows right there in the fortress. You break it with your hand, you know. It's netherwart. You find it inside the nether fortress. The stuff is pretty cool and it's pretty useful too, if you like potions. If you hate potions, you could probably just skip the stuff. It's not that important. But seriously, there is no reason at all that you should hate potions. Like, the stuff is really cool. On screen, I'll leave a card to the first episode where we found netherwart. So right now, while I'm hunting for blaze rod, I don't really have a set amount. I'm thinking like 16. 16 will definitely be more than enough. I'd like to start getting stocked up on this stuff. I like essentially never come all the way out here, so while I'm out here, I might as well get stocked up. And maybe stocked up on the heads too. Hey, no. When I was planning this episode, I heavily considered the idea of heading into the nether, exploring all over the place, finding a second nether fortress, and hopefully going inside of that thing and getting lucky. I find a bunch of netherwart inside of there, and it's great. It's really cool. However, I thought about it a little bit more, and I figured that would actually draw this process out unnecessarily long. Like, finding a whole nother nether fortress when we have a great one right here, netherwart inside of this thing too. I don't know. It felt like a pointless detour. So, skull? Alright. That works. Potion brewing is actually a really big mechanic in the game. It's something that I've always meant to get into a little bit more, so hopefully, maybe this time I could actually get into it more. It's a very useful thing. Like, there's honestly so many additional buffs that you can give yourself just because of potions. It's like really crazy. Fire resistance, speed, strength, regeneration. It's really cool. So definitely don't sleep on potions. They're great. So, blaze rod, 17. That is perfect. We're good with those things now. Now, the next spot that I want to go to is netherwart, which we'll get in a second. But that spot over there, like really close. But unfortunately, check this out. Funny thing, I wanted to go over there, But I forgot all my building blocks. I have no way to get there. You catch me dead before I actually use up the logs for that netherrack. I guess it's gonna do. It's not exactly the safest thing in the world at all. But I mean, it will do. Look, problem solved. To make it a little bit safer, I'll just double up. Nothing bad could ever happen to this thing, right? Yeah, please make it like that. Nothing bad ever will happen to this thing. Yeah, for sure. Alright, there we go. I made it all the way over to this piece of land. I feel way more safer immediately. We're so close now. So next up, we're headed for the Crimson Forest. I'm going to set up a build, I think, for making potions inside of. And for that build, I need warp wood. So honestly, I was actually planning on going to an entirely different warp forest, one that's way closer to spawn. But honestly, if I could tear this warp forest down, a warp forest that I will never see also, like sure, I will definitely do that. We're looking for a bunch of these logs. I don't really know how many I'm going to need. It's just going to be more of an accent in the build, I think, maybe, if I even use it. So maybe like, I don't know, like I feel like a stack of these logs and maybe some of these lights too, they're kind of cool. A stack of these logs should probably be good. I'm also definitely planning on hopefully setting up a farm for this stuff soon, like farming this stuff over by our nether hub. That would be a really, really good idea. I think this time I want to set up a farm for this stuff like large scale inside of the nether. I feel like it makes a little bit more sense, matches the nether vibe and everything. Also gives us another reason to go into the nether, which is something that I like too. So yeah, farm soon. Hopefully. Do I use a hoe for these blocks? I'm pretty sure I use a hoe. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's definitely the hoe. This is such a nice thing. It's too bad I forgot my main hoe though. I'll just use the side hoe. Okay, I got a little bit more than a stack of the logs and then like 2.5 stacks of the warp blocks. I think we're good. I think we're good after I get some of this nether cord. I need a tiny bit of the nether cord because, I mean, it's here. And now it's time. Time to go back to the nether fortress. Interestingly, I feel so much more safe inside of this thing. Now, netherwart. Since I ruled out the idea of going and finding a brand new nether fortress, netherwart is going to be located right here, inside of the blaze farm. I like this farm. We don't need very much. We're going to grow a little bit more back over at the base. For now, I think something like 11 is going to be good. And for the nether fortress today, that's going to be basically it. I think we're good. That's going to be it. Now it's time to go back to the nether hub and go the other way. To take on the dragon, we need the potion of slow falling. To make the potion of slow falling, we need netherwart. To build a building, we need a little bit of crimson wood. To go to the end, we actually don't need Eye of Ender. The reasoning behind that one is actually pretty simple. That's because our stronghold, the end portal, it's already opened. However, we do need Eye of Ender for an ender chest so we can actually carry supplies. So it's not like we just completely don't need it at all. The next step is to hunt for ender pearls inside of the warp forest. If you're looking for ender pearls before the end, the warp forest hands down 100%. It's not even close at all. The warp forest is the way to go. This place is essentially an enderman factory. Sometimes. Of course I would head over here. And it's completely empty right now. But oh, I hear one. Hey, there you are. Come on, up here. Or be stuck in that corner. That's fine. I'll come to you. Where'd you go? It teleported. Oh, no. Is it gone? Oh, there's another one right there. Or there was. None of them can teleport. Enderman, come on. You're so close. Come on, you can do it. Oh, there you are. Hi. Goodbye. I think I messed that one up. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. So let's assume you've never been to the end before. 100% pre-end. You're looking for ender pearls? This biome, 100% is the way to go. Really, the nether is essentially the end prep dimension. It has, like, everything that you need inside of it. Netherite armor, stuff to brew potions. Like, yeah, it's literally basically all here. Hey, buddy, what's wrong? Oh, no, you're on fire now. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get that one back. That was kind of a waste. On screen right now is the first end prep episode. Usually I recommend getting around like 16 ender pearl before you go to the end. You'll need some of it to find the stronghold, some of it to unlock the stronghold. Hey, look at that. This is a bastion. I don't know if I've ever found that. I don't think I've ever gone this far into the forest before. Every Minecraft world has more than one stronghold. Usually they're pretty spaced out, but yeah, there's actually more than one stronghold in your world. I was considering finding a brand new stronghold to go to the end, like find a brand new one, open it, all of that kind of stuff. We're working on the great upgrade right now. The goal is pretty simple. Get to the end, take the dragon out, open up the end, unlock everything, you know. I mean, I'm not fully decided. I might come out with a curveball next episode and go find a new stronghold, but I'm pretty sure we're just going to use the same one. No matter what, whether I find an entirely new stronghold or not next episode, one thing is true. It is essential that we at least find some ender pearl before we go to the end. The goal, 16. The easiest place to do it, not even close. Right here. This is going insanely easily. Like, insanely easily and insanely well. Maybe we doubled that. Maybe we get 32 ender pearls. Yeah, that sounds cool. There is one thing though, if you're playing on peaceful, you might actually have to barter for the ender pearls that you need instead. But remember, if you make YouTube videos, be careful not to adjust those drop rates. We're back over at the base. I've overexceeded the goal. I've done it big time. 16, 16, 7. 39 ender pearls is so good. 17 blaze rod, that is perfect. And 11 netherwart. That's pretty cool too. So I'm definitely going to have to clean up the inventory a little bit. It's kind of all over the place. But now, it's building time. We're going to add a brand new building to the base. So right now, I actually have a pretty solid vision for this build. I'm imagining a crimson roof on this build. That'll be really, really cool. Some deep slate, of course. Deep slate, how could I not? And stripped dark oak wood. I also like the whole waterline thing that we have going on here, and I think this build could fit in really nicely and look good. So, we're going to put the build right over here. Another episode, another day of using these amazing, amazing tools. These are so nice. It is so amazing to have this stuff. Why did I not do this sooner? Like, I could just tear out this hill. Goodbye, fur, and I don't even care anymore. Look at this thing. It is, like, insane. This is a monster. And it's still only diamond, too, which is somewhat embarrassing. Now, just like last episode, sleeping, I will not be doing any of it, which means torches. We need to create a little bit of a safe zone, so those things like that guy right there, don't pop up. Every single time a mob doesn't spawn, my day gets better. I want to have a good day today. So no mobs. No mobs at all. However, phantoms are definitely allowed. If phantoms spawn, hopefully I can make it up into the tower in time. If not, I'll stand down here like a savage and just take them out. More phantom membrane for me. One thing that I feel like I kind of was slacking on in the jungle base is paths. So we're not going to slack on it over here. We're going to immediately link this thing up with a road. I think the road can basically come off of like this spot right here. I make a staircase going down a couple blocks, turning this way, and then road. The road goes right over to the build, relatively isolated right now, and it sits right here. And it looks so good. Out at the lake. All I need is the materials. Villagers. I know you're very confused about what's going on, but you're just going to have to keep waiting. That's my bad. You have to wait. You may not understand why, but one day, one glorious day, you will fully understand why I had you wait for so long. One day it will make sense, but not now. Get to the tower, immediately get to the tower. This is an emergency. They've spawned. Somewhere in the sky above me are phantoms. They're over there. I hope they circle around this way. Is it actually only just one? Okay, it might actually just be one phantom, but I mean still. One phantom is better than no phantoms. And hey, one membrane is better than no membrane. One thing that I forgot to design inside of this thing is a faster way down. Like eventually we can just use an elytra to get out. But I could have definitely, I guess I don't have it, but I was going to say slime block on the ground or something. I'll figure that out one day. So, the build this time. I'm thinking the build is going to be a little bit bigger than the tower because it's going to stay closer to the ground, which means I can make it look a little bit better, a little bit easier. Let's put maybe the front corner right there, and then we'll go 7 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's more phantoms. They don't stop. It's been so long since I've slept. There's 4. Hey, come on. Sneaky, trying to get inside of my build. No. Since this build will be staying low to the ground, we could make it a little bit bigger. I'm thinking a 7x7 build to start. So we'll have that go up right there, a 2 wide window, and that right there. Then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll go over this way, 2 wide window spot, go over this way, and boom, that's the corner. Now, of course, to keep this build consistent and good looking, when we have these posts going down into the ground, what we'll do is we'll take them all the way down into the ground, and then I might end up like clearing that out and squaring that off, make that look a little bit better. Over here, probably the same thing too. In the middle, this will definitely go straight down into the ground. And actually, now that I think about it, for sure, we will clear this out. We'll let the water fill in, and then maybe I'll come back in with like fences or something. I feel like fences could look really good here. But no matter what, these go straight down into the water to make it look good. And this, that one right there, it turns and goes like that. But do you notice anything about this? Yep, they're not stripped yet. So now we're going to go ahead and strip them all. I cannot imagine Minecraft anymore without stripped wood. Like, stripped logs are so amazing. They're so nice. They're so clean to build with. They're great, really. I love them. So anyways, on this side, we'll do the same thing. Then over here, we're going to make it look a little bit better by going, I think, 3. I guess that's 2. We'll do 4x4. Deep slate. I love deep slate, and I am officially unbanned. It feels good. Life is good. We will use a little bit of deep slate on the build too, because it looks so good. Then we'll come in with even more of these things and go straight up on the build, and we're going to use even more deep slate on the roof. So good news, it's not over yet. Now, what we'll do in the center is have they go up. I'm thinking because this is on the lake, it's such a nice view over here. We'll keep it open, and so we can like look out, maybe even make like a small balcony. That could be even more cool, and see everything. The Sphinx right there, the orb, like all of it. You can see it all. So we start with the staircase there. We go a staircase right there. We do another staircase there. And maybe another one like that. I want to make like an arch above the window to make it look more cool. And then we make it a little bit more thick with slabs on the bottom. I feel like that'll be pretty good. We have the staircases right there. We'll go staircases up and basically frame the entire roof with the deep slate staircases. I mean, I'm pretty sure something like this would look good, which means we do the exact same thing on the other side. I hope it works out. The shape of this roof is simple. In fact, honestly, it couldn't be any more simple. But then again, actually, I change it. It could be a little bit more simple. See, what we're going to do is a 45-degree angle, but then we'll turn into a slab right there. And maybe slab, 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 slab. It gets tricky at the end, I know. So far that's good and all. We'll outline the whole roof with deep slate. I think that'll look really good, but oh man, this is a good part. So crimson. Crimson wood. Crimson wood comes out on the build today. This is what I was most excited for about the build. We're going to do crimson staircases in here. And then I think what I want to try and do is a little bit of a detail on this build. So we'll do temporary block there. We'll do that there. Temporary. That. Temporary. That. Yeah, that fits. Cool. So Crimson and Warp Wood are both really, really cool. They're very interesting, they're very unique, they're cool. But as cool as they are, unless you're going for some kind of crazy themed build, which I mean, we kind of are, I think these wood types work best as an accent. So I think what we'll do is probably leave most of this wood on the roof. Okay, so far, this is what we have. Definitely looks really cool. Adds to the lake area for sure. It's turning tonight. We need to finish the build up really quick. So we have slabs up here. The staircases go into the slabs, and then I have these logs turned out. I think that makes the roof look a little bit more interesting. To finish the logs off, trapdoors right on top of them like that. That's good. Maybe what we could do is either leave them like that. That looks kind of cool. Or we could strip them. I think stripping them will make them match the roof a little bit more. As cool as that animated texture is, stripping them definitely makes them blend into the roof a lot more, which is something that I want. Now, over here on this part of the build, we're going to do something actually completely different. I'm thinking tower. 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 Tower? Phantom? Tower. Yeah, that's a tower. Definitely. Okay, close your eyes, but actually keep your eyes open because it'll probably work better, make it easier. So you're me. You walk up to the build. It looks like this right now. You walk up, you open the doors. Then you walk into the build, 90-degree turn. You walk over here, and this is the brewing area. We have a bench in the middle, brewing stands on there, maybe a cauldron in here too. We keep walking over here. The floor is 1 block higher, by the way. I don't know what block it is. You walk over here, you look out at the lake. You take in the view. Very breathtaking. Then you walk back and finish brewing your potion. There's a balcony right here where you can look out. There's a table in the middle. There's a floor. There's a door. So the balcony on the front of the build is pretty easy. Stripped dark oak log matches spruce like pretty much perfectly, so we'll do staircases there. On the side, like over here, I'm definitely thinking fences going down to fill that all in. But this is like really, really flat and strange looking, so I think we pull these logs out and just swap them for staircases too. Staircases look really good. It's going to make that little bit of depth in there. That'll look nice. This part of the whole build still looks pretty strange to me. To fix that, I think maybe some signs in here. Signs going straight down, cutting down the middle. I think that looks good. But now the signs pop out strangely, so trapdoors. Trapdoors pop out even more. Fixes the whole weird sign thing. Now we have a stripe of logs going all the way down, or like wood. I think that looks pretty cool. Now, there is one more thing that I'd like to add to the build, and that is netherwart growing area. I think adding a small netherwart growing area off to the side of the build, like down here somewhere, would look pretty good. However, we are going to need to box it in a little bit, so we'll pull it back and then do dark oak logs. Maybe this time we leave them unstripped. Maybe? Yeah, to make it look a little bit different than the build. That could be cool. We'll keep this growing area pretty small though, so something like this, that's fine. Eventually we'll make a bigger netherwart farm. Maybe underneath the build, behind the dark oak fences, we swap the blocks out for soul soil. Soul soil is a pretty cool looking block. I think it'll add a nice accent to the build and also make this lower area actually feel like finished and planned out. I have a tower now. In the lower part of the tower, I think what I'll do is deep slate walls. That should look pretty good. In the upper part of the tower, more fences for sure. And netherwart block. I actually got some of these netherwart blocks. Red blocks on the top with dark oak fences in front of it to tone it down a little bit. Netherwart building. It perfectly makes sense. Also, I did terraform. I got a lot of oak leaves in. I got a path in. I got slabs in. Right now, all I'm trying to do is figure out the top part of the tower. I think I have a pretty good idea. I want to do staircases upside down, then like slabs in the middle to keep kind of like an arch going, and then probably just more staircases here, step it all up. If I decide to do it this way, maybe after I step it all up, I do logs going up a little bit more, and then maybe fences in the middle to finish it off. Phantoms. Haha. So I've been up for a really long time now. Basically, at this point, phantoms have been a constant through this whole project. It's nice. I mean, it's cool. It's nice in a way. I mean, it's cool. I never really get to see phantoms. But at the same time, I remember why I never get to see phantoms. I definitely remember why I always sleep and make a really good habit of it. Because phantoms, especially working on the higher up parts of the builds and then working on the hill over there when I was trying to terraform it, phantoms dive bombing me. Yeah, I mean, all I can say is it is certainly a thing. It definitely happens. And it's happening again. They're all over the place. They're back. Do it. I dare you. Yeah, something like that. I think that looks good. Details. That's basically where I'm at on this build. I had a tough time deciding what I wanted to do with the floor inside of this build, but I think dark oak planks. Dark oak planks are going to make the build dark. Definitely should feel dark in my opinion. Ceiling is going to be insanely straightforward. Crimson. Crimson all over the place. I think in the middle, to make it a little bit more interesting, we take these crimson logs on the side and have them go straight across, including right there. Might be a little bit weird because that's like flat, but I think it'll be okay. Fences. Fences and trapdoors. The plan is to keep the build open. Fences and trapdoors are literally perfect for them. Fence gates have become pretty much my favorite way to detail things. Like, they look so good. They're such an interesting looking block. Terraforming, in my opinion, is looking pretty good. I mean, it could use a little bit more for sure, but I think it's in a good spot. Same with the path. I ended up cutting it off of the path that's right in front of the tower. It goes down to the build. Now, inside of this thing, we need a few things. First off, we need a table that we can actually work at. I'm thinking brewing stand sits on top of this thing. Cauldron. I don't know. Cauldrons are kind of pointless. Crafting table, stone cutter though, definitely not. No way, not pointless at all. Brewing stand, chest, flower pot, dead bush, strange plate, coarse dirt, rock, table, forced shard, evil chair. Tiny bit more terraforming. I think it looks nice. A bench added in right there. Rocks on the ground. Now it's potion time. The potion of slow falling. So to brew this thing, we're going to do 3 water bottles right there and a blaze powder inside of that thing. The nice thing about having netherwort growing out here is whenever I need it, I can come out here and harvest it. For this recipe, we need 1 netherwort. We start by turning these water bottles into awkward potions. I'll try and remember to come over here every once in a while and harvest the netherwort. If I'm being 100% honest though, I'll probably end up forgetting. Also, I think I'm going to plant a few more netherwort on the roof of this thing. I'll let these things just fully grow up. I think it'll be a nice touch of detail. I'll be able to see it maybe from the hill over there, definitely from the tower though. So anyways, we put the netherwort inside of this thing, turn these things into awkward potions. Now it's phantom membrane time. I have so much of this stuff, like it's all over the place. Some of it is inside of the tower, some of it is inside of the building. I think maybe some of it's in the top of the tower. Yeah, so much phantom membrane. Honestly, some of it's probably on the ground in the forest too. I was just hunting phantoms. Phantom membrane inside of the brewing stand. Give it a little bit of time. It'll cook up into this right here. Potion of slow falling. That's perfect. Now we want this thing to last a little bit longer, so redstone. I think it was redstone. Comment of the day, episode 162. Waddles, I strongly recommend putting Smite 5 on an axe. It's a great emergency weapon. One-shot zombie piglins. And then the comment kept going. It was too long to put in the book, but it continued to say, as well as most hostile mobs, and prevents them from aggroing on you. Makes fighting hordes of zombies in the middle of the night way easier. You know, that's really smart. I don't know how I've never thought about that before, so thank you. That's really, really smart. Smite 5 on this axe, that's going to be a long-term goal. Enchanting luck wasn't exactly the best recently, though, so I'm kind of afraid of it. Did it go? Yes, it did go longer. I never can remember if it's redstone that makes it longer, but yes, redstone. So, inside of this building, netherwort for now, and other potion ingredients. I still don't know what to do with this corner, by the way. It's really, really tight, and if I put a block in here, it connects to the wall, so kind of a problem. I was thinking maybe lectern, but again, like super tight in here. But the rest of the inside of the build, I'm actually super happy with. The fences over there, the table in the middle, this right here, that's pretty cool. And then you already know, I am definitely insanely happy with the fact that the base has expanded even more, another brand new building, even more terraforming. I love it. It was a good day. Way more importantly though, we are now officially ready to find a new stronghold or go to the other one, go to the end, take out the dragon. We'll see what happens in the next episode. If you liked today's episode, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Check out my Instagram, it's down below. Check out my Twitter, it's also down below. Big shout out to my patrons, Medical Boomstick, Cypher1158, Justin, and Jacob P. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.